Hello, good people, and welcome to Waffle TV. This is a platform where we simplify, demystify, and exemplify elementary mathematics for your understanding. At Waffle, we equally care about the well-being of the underprivileged in local communities. We care about the environment, and of course, we encourage education in different ways. To know more about Work and Philanthropy Foundation, you can go to our website www.wapfo.com. WAPFO is WAPFOU. Here you are going to see all what we have been doing in the past, now in the present, and what we intend to do in future. You can equally join us through this website or contact us at the end of this lesson where we are going to leave our contact numbers. In our last lesson, we looked at some application problems on how to solve issues in real life with our knowledge of cubes and cuboids. Today we have something else, and that is pyramid, cones, and spheres. We're going to be discussing how to find the volume of these shapes as far as 3D shapes are concerned. Before we go into what we have for you today, we just want to call on you to support our project for this year, where we intend to support underprivileged learners in local communities. We're going to leave a link at the end of the lesson where you can view the details of our project for this year and of course identify in which way you can be of help. That said, let us go straight away into solving the volume of 1, a pyramid, 2, a cone, and 3, a sphere. And by the end of the lesson, you should be able to find the volume of these shapes we have mentioned. So stay connected and don't go away, because the lesson will be as interesting as the previous. The first shape we are going to look at here is the pyramid, volume of a pyramid. Now with pyramids, we have to know that first of all, we can have a pyramid with a base in the form of a square, in the form of a rectangle, in the form of a triangle, and many other shapes. But in this case, or our concern for today, is to find the volume of a pyramid. So in our first example, or before the first example, the rule states that the volume of a pyramid is equal to a third of the area of base times height. 1/3 area of base times height. Let's apply this example and find out what to do. The first example goes thus. A pyramidal tent is 32 centimeters high and has the area of its base 24 centimeters square. What is the volume of the tent? So the height of the tent is 32 centimeters and the area of the base is 24 centimeters square. So we are asked to calculate the volume of this tent. First of all, we identify what has been given. We need the area of base. Area A is equal to 24 centimeters square. We need the height, h, which is equal to 32 centimeters. Therefore, volume will be equal to 1/3 times area times height. And if you substitute this, it's going to give 1/3 times area, which is 24 centimeters square all over 1, times the height, which is 32 centimeters all over 1. 3 can divide itself one time. 3 into 24, 8 times. And 8 times 32 is going to give 256 centimeters cube. Never miss your units by putting square. It's supposed to be cube because we are talking about volume. So this is what you're supposed to do as far as the first question is concerned. Now let's look at how to calculate the volume of a cone. Our second example says calculate the volume of an ice cream cone with radius 6 millimeters and height 7 millimeters. Let pi equal to 22/7 or 3.14. In this case, we simply identify what we need, and we need the pi, which is 22/7. If you want to take the decimal, it's up to you. Then we need the height, which is equal to, height in this case is 7 millimeters. And we equally need the radius, which is given as 6 millimeters. Therefore, volume V is equal to 1/3 pi radius square height. And if we substitute, this will be 1/3 times pi is 22/7 times our radius here is 6/1. Radius square means radius 2 times 6 again over 1, and our height is 7 millimeters, 7/1. 3 here 1 time, 3 into 6 2 times, 7 here 1 time, and 7 here 1 time. So it will be 22 times 2 times 6, which is going to give a total of 264 millimeters cube. So this is what you're supposed to do if you're asked to calculate the volume of a cone given the radius and the height. Always, pi is a constant, 22/7 or 3.14. Either of this is okay, depending on which choice you want to make. Now let's look at the last example for today, which is how to find the volume of a sphere. Our last example is on the volume of a sphere, and the rule states that to find the volume of a sphere, you take 4/3 times pi times radius cube. Here is our example for application. The radius of a basketball is about 5 inches. Taking pi as 22/7, what is the volume of this ball? Let's identify what we need here. We need pi, which is equal to 22/7. We need the radius, which is equal to 5 inches. Therefore, volume V will be equal to 4/3 times pi times radius cube. And if we substitute, this will be 4/3 times 22/7 times, first radius is 5/1 times 5/1 times 5/1. Radius appears 3 times because this is cube. 4 times 22 times 5 times 5 times 5 will give us a total of 11,000. And 3 times 7 times 1 times 1 times 1 is going to give us 21. And if you divide 11,000 by 21, this will give us a total of 523.81 cubic inches. Always remember to express your answer in cubic units when it comes to volume of a shape. If this is understood, as well as cones and of course pyramid, then we must have attained the objectives of what we had for you today. This is all we had, and the next lesson will be very, very thrilling. It's a secret. I will reveal this only when we get into the matter. Don't miss our next lesson, and don't forget to join us by clicking the link to follow up our project for this year. If you want to know more about Work and Philanthropy Foundation, visit our website at www.wapfu.com. Until next time, it is goodbye from us.